time to hit the hardwood on the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV for the Boys and Girls 63rd District Tournament live from Vanceburg as Russell, Greenup County, Lewis County, and Raceland all set their sights on a trip to Johnson Arena and the 16th Region Tournament next week in Moorhead. Now let's go courtside for Countdown to Tip-Off as the Cool Hit Sports Network proudly presents the Boys and Girls 63rd District Tournament live from Vanceburg on Cool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from Vanceburg. Welcome into Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network as we get you ready for the 63rd District Girls Basketball Tournament. Doubleheader here tonight at the Jungle. As we'll start first off with number one seed, I should say, Russell, 19-11, the fourth seeded Raceland Rams, 7-23. Coming up after this game, we'll have number two Greenup, number three Lewis. They split in the regular season, have the same district record. A coin flip decided the 2-3. It doesn't matter which way it is. I would totally suspect it's Lewis County's home gym. They're going to wear their whites, but we'll see how that plays out. But we've got a dandy coming up later on and a good one here this evening as Russell comes in, 19-11, under head coach Mandy Lane, her 14th season in the control of the Red Devils, and she's put up a spectacular mark under her tutelage there in Russell, 281 and 158. She picked up her 300th win last week. She spent 3 years coaching at Fairview before coming over to Russell. Her all-time mark, 303 and 220. This will be her 524th head coaching gig that she's taken on the sideline, and they are touting a 58-game district winning streak. The last time they lost in district was January 9th, 2016. That was a double overtime loss to Raceland, 48-46. Let's step aside for a break. When we return, we'll preview the matchup. We'll start first with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Raceland Rams, as we continue here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
At First and People's Bank and Trust, we're not only your home office, we're your hometown bank. We're your friends, your neighbors, even your relatives.
Good morning. Welcome to First and People's Bank. How can I help you?
I'd like to cash a check today.
Thank you. You have yourself a great day.
Come see us at First and People's Bank and Trust, where we'll treat you just like a friend. Whether you're buying your first house, your second house, or financing a new car, come see us at First and People's Bank and Trust.
At Meredith Chiropractic, you will enjoy state-of-the-art chiropractic facilities and discover the true wellness lifestyle. Dr. Terry Meredith is a member of Great Doctors of Chiropractic and has helped many in the Ashland area experience natural healing without surgery or drugs. If you're looking for a skilled chiropractic doctor, visit meredithchiropractic.com, call 329-8158, or visit Dr. Meredith's office at 2120 Carter Avenue in Ashland.
Back here in Vanceburg on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Getting you ready for Raceland and Russell in the opening game of the 2023 63rd District Tournament. Taking a look at Raceland, coming in with a record of 7-23, and they've lost their last 9. They fell Saturday 68-50 to East Carter. That was a game that was supposed to have played on that Thursday that we got all of the rain that flooded everything, including a lot of flooding that happened over in Grayson. So that game was canceled. It was also supposed to be senior day for the Rams. So they scrambled around and found a way to get it back on the schedule. They played it on Saturday so that they could get things in and honor their seniors. And unfortunately, did come out on the winning end. Kennedy Taylor and Peyton Mackey led the way with 13 points. Nim Maynard kicked in 9. This will be, of course, a daunting task tonight for Raceland. Again, they've had several starters go down, 2 to ACLs. Lexi Boggs back in, I believe it was the first part of January, and then they lost McKenna Lax about a week ago. They've had ankle injuries. Emma Broughton was thought to have torn her ACL. Ended up it was only a sprained MCL. Then she came back and just did not want to go, and she decided to leave the team. They've had a couple of subtractions as well. So they'll be out here tonight running on the crew that they have available and trying to do what they can against the juggernaut that has been of the 63rd District, the Russell Red Devils. Raceland trying to go back-to-back, though, into the regional tournament, as last year they upset Lewis in double overtime, 62-59, over in Russell. They fell to Russell in the district championship, 66-44, and then was dispatched by Boyd County in the opening round of the 16th region tournament. But they certainly would like the opportunity to pull off the upset of many would say be the century, if you will, as Russell, a 58-game winning streak against district opponents. They've won 21 consecutive against Raceland, and that last loss was Russell's last loss in district. That came back on the 9th of January in 2016. The 2 meetings this season, Raceland fell 60-13 and 64-45. In the first meeting over at Raceland, Raceland went 13.3% from the field, 11.1 from long range. They were 1 of 9. Only had 10 rebounds in the ball game. Nim Maynard led the way with 4 points. She was 0 for 5 from the field. Had the one triple, or that was the only field goal that she made outside of the arc. On the game of the 17th, a little bit differently, Nim Maynard goes for 24 and 8. Reagan Mackey had 9, Kennedy Taylor 6 points and 7 rebounds. She was not eligible due to transfer in the first meeting, but she will be here tonight as she's battling through an ankle injury as well. They shot much better in that ball game, 37% from the field, 29% from beyond the arc, and 73% from the free throw line. Now rebounded Russell in that one as well. So we'll see how things play out when these two teams hook up here this evening. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll take a look at the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Russell Red Devils, as we continue our coverage on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, mission strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family-oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Founding attorney Tracy Fry is a lifelong resident of Russell and Flatwoods. She briefly practiced law in Huntington before returning to her hometown and starting her own firm. Her associate attorney, Marie Elizabeth Troxler, is a lifelong resident of Ashland. We practice regularly in the local courts of Greenup, Boyd, and Carter counties. We welcome inquiries from surrounding areas. Fry and Troxler attorneys at Law 606-833-8400.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network, getting you ready for the opening round of the Girls 63rd District Tournament between Russell and Raceland to start things off. Greenup County and Lewis County will follow tonight at scheduled for an 8:15 tip-off. Now, each game has its own link if you're following along with us there on YouTube. So all of the links for the entire week are all set. You can easily find them. There's little thumbnails there that gives you the teams that's going to play, and then in the championship games you'll have obviously the teams are not there, so it just says girls championship, boys championship, but all those links will be right there, easy for you to follow along with us the entire week here from Vanceburg. We'll be with you tip to tip and all the way from the nets coming down from both gymnasiums as we'll play here tonight over to the middle school, the big gymnasium, on Tuesday and Wednesday for the boys. We'll play Russell Raceland tomorrow night, Greenup Lewis on Wednesday, back here Thursday night for the girls championship, and then back over to the big gym on Friday for the boys championship. Now after tonight, all games tip off at 7 p.m. Tonight the only doubleheader that's playing, but everything will be 7 p.m. So that means I'll be joining you each and every night at 6:35 after this evening with all the coverage here from the tournament in Vanceburg. Let's take a look at Russell. They come in with a record of 19-11, trying to go to a 20-win season for again. This would be the 8th consecutive year that Mandy Lane's team would have done so, and if they can make it this year, that would make it 9 out of 10. The only one that interrupts that cycle was the one in 2015. That was a 17-13 finish. But this team has been kind of, up and down this year. They had a lot of injuries. Of course, losing the Atkins girl at the beginning of the season, Jenna was supposed to have been a part of the defensive side of this team that really is known. That's what Russell does. It really is defensively gets after things. So losing Jenna Atkins, that takes things out a little bit. But on the backside of it, it's allowed some other players to really step up and try to figure some things out, and they've done a good job with that. Of course, it's led by Shaylin Steele. Everything that she's been able to accomplish in only as a junior already eclipsed the 2,000-point mark and just continues to grow. Bella Quinn has been huge, another junior for this team. Hannah Sanders, Kennedy Darnell both of them have really found their role in this team as well. Josie Atkins, one of the seniors for this group, she has been solid defensively. She's been heating up as well from the offensive side of things. And then there's been some pieces of the puzzle that's kind of jumped in and helped along the way. One of those being Gabby Oborn, another Mia Atkins. Both of those three-point shooters that can jump off the bench as that 6th, 7th man role, if you will, and kind of can kick in some instant offense. Courtney Fitzpatrick has been a player that they've been able to go to the bench whenever they need some height inside. If Darnell or Sanders get in foul trouble, even with Josie Atkins, that gives them another option, and she's been able to kind of fill that void that they've missed there as well. Looking at the two matchups, the one back on the 1st of December, that was the first game of the season for Russell. They won it in running clock fashion 60-13. Shot at 52% from the field, 50% on 8 of 16 from beyond the arc. Went 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Steele dropped in 13, Oborn 10, and Bella Quinn added 6. On the game at Raceland on the 17th of January, that was a 64-45 win by Russell, also in running clock fashion. 42.4 from the field, 34.6, 9 of 26 from beyond the arc. A dismal 31% from the free throw line. They were 5 of 16 that night. Steele led the way with 20. Quinn threw in 17. She had 5 threes in that basketball game. 5 of the 9 threes that Russell put home that evening. Last time out for Russell, they got back amongst the winning ways with a 56-49 win over Boyd County. Steele had the leading way, 25 points, 7 rebounds. Bella Quinn added 15. Jenna Atkins with 8. They've kind of vaulted back and forth, if you will, win-loss, win-loss. They defeated Lewis on the 21st of January, fell to Ashland by 2, bounced back with a nice win over Ryle, 63-48. That was a night after Ryle beat Boyd County. Then they fell to Boyd County at the Marf, 70-57. Came back with a win over Menifee County and Ashland. Fell to Lawrence County on a tip-in at the Horn, 75-74. Hammered East Carter 71-50, or 71-30, excuse me. Fell to an undefeated Fairland team, 54-51, and then closed the regular season with a win over Boyd County. So at 19-11 on the season are the Russell Red Devils, trying to pick up their 20th win on the year, and more importantly, get their ticket punched to the regional tournament. Let's step aside for a break. When we return, we'll preview the matchup later on this evening. That's Greenup and Lewis as we continue our coverage on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Tri-State Ophthalmology and Tri-State Surgery Center say good luck to all teams in the basketball tournament. Doctors John Gross, Carter Gussler, Josh Gross, and Josh Daniel provide surgical and medical management of eye disease, including cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, and diabetes. Dr. Josh Gross is now performing LASIK surgery. Call 606-324-2451 to schedule a free LASIK consultation. Good luck to all the teams in the basketball tournament.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
All drivers are not as careful as you are, and Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance in Flatwoods reminds you to drive carefully at all times. For all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, and health, contact Kurt Robinson Insurance. With over 28 years as a State Farm agent, phone 836-3011. Auto quotes available 24/7 at 836-3011. Kurt Robinson Insurance, 1114 Belfont Road in Flatwoods.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you're facing a serious or life-limiting illness, Community Hospice can help you learn about care that brings you and your loved ones comfort, love, and respect. With the help of Community Hospice, you can focus on what's most important, enjoying life together and living as fully as possible. For more information on how we can help, contact Community Hospice at 606-329-1890 or visit our website at chospice.org. Community Hospice, the comfort of home.
Back here in Vanceburg as the Junior ROTC program presenting our nation's colors Some interesting information was passed along to us in the meeting here before we got going this evening. So they just won the competition among ROTC programs at the Kentucky state level. They're the Kentucky state champions. They also won the Ohio State Championship, and they're currently ranked 8th in the world. So Jack Lyden's dropping me some info on that, but the all-female group, 4 of them doing a phenomenal job, and we'll get you their names. He's going to pass those over to us here in just a little bit. Let's take a look at our pregame statistics for
Stride
this
Prosthetics
matchup.
is your go-to.
We'll get the right button. Russell shoots it very well from the field. 43.4%. Raceland at 30.2. 34.3% for beyond the arc. Raceland 22.6. Russell 71% from the free throw line. Raceland just hovering above 60. Rams rebounded much better. 33 to about 25.5. It's Raceland's got Kennedy Taylor that has really driven up those numbers on the rebounding side of things. So we'll see how that plays out in this one. Shaylin still leads the way with 20.4 rebounds, or 20.4 points. Nim Maynard 17.6. Still leads the way on the rebounding side for Russell, and Kennedy Taylor paces the Rams with the glass. All right, let's step aside for a break. When we return, we'll get you ready for tip-off. Russell and Raceland in the 63rd District Tournament after this on the Coed Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road Greenup has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, featuring top-of-the-line material, guaranteed installation, and absolutely no one can beat JD Flooring's prices. Need to replace your current flooring in one room or the entire house? Call JD Flooring in Greenup at 473-0411 for a free estimate. A call to 473-0411 can get your house ready for any occasion. You'll absolutely love your new flooring from JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road Greenup.
Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Back here in Vanceburg, the Jungle is the name of this place. And getting you ready for the starting lineups between Raceland and Russell in the opening round of the girls' 63rd District Tournament. We'll be here all week long from tip to tip, and all the nets coming down as we crown a boys and girls champion as they'll head off to play at LST Johnson Arena next week. Girls will start on Monday the 27th. They'll play the 27th and 28th. Boys back on Wednesday and Thursday. Girls semifinals on Friday. Girls championship Saturday. Then off Sunday, back for the boys on Monday for the semifinals. Boys championship on Tuesday the 7th. Girls State Tournament starts up on Wednesday, March 8th. The 16th region drawing the 14th region. And then the following week will be the boys' Sweet 16, the 16th region drawing the 3rd region, which is the region out of Owensboro. So about ready to get things rolling here and meeting our starting lineups. All 3-pointers tonight brought to you apart by Ram Pharmacy. Greenup Avenue in Raceland for all your pharmaceutical needs. See the good folks at Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. All 3-pointers, or that's all 3-pointers, you mean all timeouts and 30-second timeouts, as well as free throws brought to you in part by Dr. Shannon Johnson and Johnson Chiropractic. When joint and muscle pain gets you slowed down, let Doc get your body realigned. Here's our starting lineups for the Raceland Rams, 7 and 23. It'll look like this. Starting in the backcourt, a 5'7" freshman, number 3, Peyton Mackey. She's joined there by a 5'7" senior, number 21, Chastity Thomas. Rounding things out in the backcourt, 5'8" freshman, number 33, Nim Maynard. In the front court, a 5'6" junior, number 24, Reagan Mackey. And in the middle, 6'2" junior, number 30, Kennedy Taylor. Now the starting lineup for the Russell Red Devils. It'll look like this. In the backcourt, a 5'4" junior, number 2, Shaylin Steele. She's joined by a 5'3" junior, number 3, Bella Quinn. And a 5'7" senior, number 15, Josie Atkins. In the front court, a 5'10" junior, number 5, Hannah Sanders, and number 10, a 5'7" freshman, is Kennedy Darnell. Russell in the home whites tonight, white tops and bottoms, the maroon outline with the maroon numerals and letters on the front and the back. Raceland in the visiting blacks, black tops and bottoms, Raceland in white across the chest, and the white numerals on the front and the back. The Rams will work it from right to left as I view it here high atop the press box area for the Jungle. Our crew tonight, Austin Ray and MJ McKay on the courtside cameras. Our executive producer tonight is Miss Felicia Collier. Shaylin Steele, Kennedy Taylor midcourt. Madison Jones, our lead official for this evening's game. She'll put it in the air. And the 63rd basketball tournament is underway. Tipped out to the far sideline. Russell controls the action. Quinn will center it up. Chastity Thomas inching out to top toward her. Rams showing a little 2-3 zone to start off. Here's Steele off to Quinn on the right side. Steele pulls the trigger. Three's on the way. That one's off the mark short. Loose ball inside, and trying to save it was Atkins, but she couldn't corral it back in, and it goes out of bounds. So the turnover gives the basketball back, or gives the basketball to Raceland as they'll look at heavy backcourt pressure. Here's Peyton Mackey, finds a seam, a nice screen there, kicks it ahead off to Taylor, feeds it off to Mackey. Here's Thomas in the keyhole, and she just double dribbled. So each team with a possession and a turnover to open things up here in the early going. 7:23 to go here in the opening period. Here's Quinn, now still on that left side. Throws it on the backside there and is trying to find the crossing hook up with Darnell, and she couldn't handle on to the basketball. Here's Maynard in between the rings. Russell in a man-to-man now. Works off a screen, brings it near side to Peyton Mackey. Taylor wants it inside. Spins off the baseline, throws up a shot and puts it home. Raceland grabs an early 2-0 lead. Steele knifing her way through into the lane and gets the friendly roll. We're even at 2. Nim Maynard wearing those bright pink shoes. Sizing up Darnell as she comes across the midcourt stripe. Here's Peyton Mackey. Thrust into a starting role after the injury to McKenna Lax. There's a ball raked off to the far sideline, loose, and it's tipped out of bounds. Russell basketball. Second turnover of the ball game for both teams now. All knotted at 2 here. Just over close to 2 minutes gone here in the opening period. Steele with the basketball, tries to go back door, and Taylor swats that one away. Here's Maynard, front court, in between the rings. Freshman spins left, kicks it off to Mackey on the left side. Mackey tries to lob it back door and throws that one away, trying to feed it inside to Taylor. Could not get it to her. Here's Quinn in transition. Slows things down on the wing, skips it off to the near side, Steele. Back to Quinn. Quinn finds a seam. Nice move on the baseline, puts up a shot, can't get it to go home though. Darnell had the basketball and just tossed it out of bounds. Chastity Thomas out, and we're getting a 30-second timeout requested by Mandy Lane. Brooklyn Campbell checking in the basketball game. 5:37 to go here in the opening period. We're all knotted at 2. And both teams very timid here early on. A good look there at Mandy Lane as she's going through some words of advice to her team and just trying to get them to settle in. Certainly not the way you want to start things off. Russell with 4 turnovers, Raceland with 3. And Marty Thomas emphatically working on the marker board there with his team, trying to get everything squared away. Game 2 tonight will face a dandy that we saw here back about 2.5 weeks ago. That was Lewis and Greenup. An overtime thriller here that Emily Maynard drained 3 free throws with 0.4 seconds to go on the clock to put it to overtime. And then Lewis escaped, or thought they had escaped, but did not get out of here with the victory. Brooklyn Campbell, nice finish there on the window, and puts Raceland back in front. Still losing the handle on the peel, but it goes right off to Bella Quinn. Here's Darnell, off to Steele. 3 for the leads on the way, short. Chastity Thomas with the rebound. And then a turnover in the backcourt. Excuse me, that was Peyton Mackey on the rebound. Here's Darnell, brings it into Quinn. Rams in front by 2. Quinn feeds it backside, a wide open look there for Sanders off the window to even the contest at 4. Russell jumps in that patented press. Here's Maynard. Working with the ball in the backcourt, gets a screen. Bounces off near side to Mackey. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Kennedy Taylor. She'll put a floater up on the baseline, no. Josie Atkins with the rebound and the bump foul by Taylor. So we get the foul on Taylor. That's her first, team's first. 4-4 ball game. Here's Darnell, starts to attack. Mr. Graham says, didn't get the basketball down quick enough. Turnover. Maynard trying to find someone to get the basketball into, and that's a 5-second violation. 5 turnovers each way. Not the start either team wanted to see in this one. And remarkably, it's knotted at a 4-4 ball game. Here's Quinn from the corner. 3's on the way, got it. A Ram Pharmacy triple. And then a turnover. Quinn steals it, puts it to the house. And it's 9-4. Mackey gets past the pressure of Quinn. Out to Campbell. 3 from the right side, up and over top of the backboard and out of bounds. Here comes Gabby Oborn in. And she'll replace Shaylin Steele. 3:56 to play here in the opening period. Little 5-0 spurt by the Red Devils. A 5-0 mini run there by Bella Quinn. Here's Oborn. She wants a three. It's on the way. Front iron short. Rebound, Kennedy Darnell. Darnell bumps her way to the rack, and she's fouled on the way there. They'll get that one on Kennedy Taylor. That's her second. Team foul number 2. Here comes Destiny Tennyson in the ball game for Taylor. So the foul was on the floor, so no free throws being awarded. Here's Sanders, goes out to the corner. Quinn for another three, no. Darnell with a follow, no, in and out. Then Quinn steals it away on the far sideline. Quinn knifing her way through the middle of the lane, and she's fouled on the way to the rack. That one's on Peyton Mackey. That's her first, team's third. Chastity Thomas will return for Campbell. Here's Darnell out into between the rings. Quinn running the motion offense now. Brings it right side to Darnell. Raceland still in that 2-3 zone. Approaching 3 minutes to go. Darnell between the rings. Back to Quinn. She'll pull the trigger. Three's on the way. Yes! 12-4. Bella Quinn scored the last 7. Make it 8. And a timeout requested by Raceland. A 30-second timeout. With 2:57 to play here in the opening period. So Quinn, a pair of threes, then a put back off of a turnover. A good look there over the shoulder of Marty Thomas, first-year head coach for the Rams. Mandy Lane settling her crew in nicely. Bella Quinn jumping out and taking control early, averaging just under 11 a game. She's got that mark right now. Courtney Fitzpatrick will check in for her first action as Sanders will take a seat. Good look there over the shoulder of Maynard as she brings it in to Mackey. This one's poked out of bounds on the near sideline into the Raceland bench. It'll stay with the Rams. Then Maynard takes it in the backcourt. Gabby Oborn hounding her there. Maynard goes behind the back. Nice move there. Comes to the elbow. Backs herself in. Puts up a shot and a foul. As they'll get that one on Oborn. And Nim Maynard will go to the line and shoot 2. First team foul against Russell. So Nim Maynard will shoot a pair. 73.5% free throw shooter. Southpaw pushes the first one up is good. Maynard's first points of the ball game. Leads the team in scoring, second in rebounding. Only a freshman scored her 1,000th point earlier this week in the loss at Prestonsburg. She gets both, and the lead's cut to 6. Here's Quinn. Oborn between the rings. Quinn right side. She wants another three. It's on the way. That one's no good. Maynard with the backside rebound. Maynard jogs it into the front court. There's Mackey. Starts to attack. Cut off. Chastity Thomas comes near sideline. Lost the handle on the peel. Gets it back. She's hemmed up in the near sideline. Mandy Lane, stay out of the way. She's just trying to move. And ball tipped out of bounds into the Russell bench. It'll stay with the Rams. 2:06 to go here in the first. Mandy showing off some agile moves there. Here's Peyton Mackey to bring it in. Lobs it off to Chastity Thomas all the way on the far sideline. Thomas comes near sideline, hemmed up there by Fitzpatrick. Inside of 2 to go here in the first. Thomas falls down. They're going to get her for an offensive foul. A moving screen. Her first team's 4th. Probably would have not been whistled for it had she not fallen down. Campbell comes back on for Thomas. Shaylin Steele back to the scores table. She'll check in at the next dead ball situation. Here's Quinn with Maynard playing a high pressure on her on that high 2-3 now. Quinn comes near side. Gets a screen from Fitzpatrick. Off to Darnell. Left wing threes on the way. Too stiff. Mackey with a backside rebound. Mackey brings it into the front court. There's Brooklyn Campbell on the wide open right side. Shot up no good. Gets her own rebound and misses that one point blank. Quinn in transition. Dops it off to Atkins. Atkins on the baseline, brings it back out. Sanders and Steele will check back in at the next dead ball situation. Here's Quinn. Dribbles down the center of the lane, stops off the window. Good. 10-footer there for Bella Quinn for her 10th of the evening. 14-6. The lead's back to 8. Mackey gives it off to Maynard, and Maynard fouled out near the midcourt stripe. I believe they got that one on Quinn. They did. That's her first, team's second. Steele and Sanders return. Darnell and Atkins will take a seat. Here's Maynard. Brings it near side, Mackey. And Steele with the steal. Out in transition, off the window, good. And it's a 10-point lead, the largest of the ball game. Now Steele hounding in the backcourt. Mackey trying to get free. And then a whistle and a foul. They'll get that one on Shaylin Steele, her first, team's third. Mackey was fortunate enough there that Steele got her before she got called for the push-off. Raceland will try to hold for the final shot of the first quarter, down 10. Maynard off the left side, spins in the lane, hook shot up, gets the roll. Nice take there by Nim Maynard. 6 seconds for Shaylin Steele in transition. Here's a jumper on the baseline, is up, is good. And Hannah Sanders pushes the lead back to 10. 18-8 after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back here in Vanceburg, 10-point lead for Russell, 18-8. Bella Quinn with 10. She'll come out for the first time in the ball game as Kaylin Howard will check back in. Raceland basketball to start the second period. Howard gets a screen. Maynard stops on the near sideline. She's tied up and walks. 10th turnover of the basketball game for Raceland. Stay tuned with us at half. We'll check all the scoring and stats of this one. Preview the matchup coming up in game number 2 as Steele from the 15-foot mark makes it 20-8. Her 6th point of the night, largest lead of the ball game. Greenup and Lewis in what should be a barn burner of a ball game. Here's Peyton Mackey, takes the pitch. Hook shot in the lane is blocked. And then Darnell Turns it over in the backcourt. Maynard spins in the lane. Off the window. No good. And she is fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. That was on Darnell. That's her first. Team's 4th. And Maynard back to the line for 2. Hit both free throws earlier. Southpaw pushes the first one up. It's good. Here comes Kennedy Taylor and Brenna Wellman in as Tennyson and trying to see who the other one that stepped off was as both goes home. Mackey goes off. Peyton Mackey, that is. 10-point lead for Russell with the basketball. Here's Oborn. 3 from the left wing. No. Rebound on the backside by Hannah Sanders, and then she lost it on the way up. Mackey had it in her face. A off-balance pass there by Maynard. Another turnover by the Rams. They're 11th. Here's Darnell, right wing 3, no. Brooklyn Campbell with the rebound. Wellman out of the corner. Out to Maynard on the right wing. Howard hounding her there. They try to lob it backside to Taylor, and it's poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Raceland. Here's Atkins and Quinn back in. Darnell and Sanders will take a seat. Steele forces the turnover. Atkins dumps it off to Steele. Steele draws the contact. She's hammered and down to the floor she goes. Nim Maynard jumps in and gives her an assist off the ground. Maynard's going to pick up the foul, her first, team's 5th. And Shaylin Steele to the free throw line for 2. Still an 81.2% free throw shooter. First one's up is good. Still with 7 in the ball game. One more for the junior. That one's in and out. Don't see that often. Campbell with a rebound. Maynard across the midcourt stripe, brings it to the wing. Howard hounding her there. Nice move there by Maynard. Spins, trying to find a seam anywhere. Brooklyn Campbell's trying to save it as it goes out of bounds. She couldn't do so. And it'll come back to the Red Devils. Great hustle play there by Brooklyn Campbell. Just couldn't haul it in. Quinn into the front court. Looks at a high 2-3 zone. Howard on the wing. One step. She walked. Got away with dragging that back foot. And then Quinn has her pass stolen away on the backside. Nice job there by Brooklyn Campbell. Reagan Mackey into the front court. Has it raked out of her hands, but Maynard's there to corral it back in. Approaching the 5-minute mark to play here in the opening half. Maynard off to Mackey on the wing. 3's on the way, short. Taylor tried to tip it, but tipped it right in the hands of Gabby Oborn. And then a ball kicked out of bounds on the far end. Here comes Mia Atkins back in. Hannah Sanders coming on for Oborn. Been an ugly first half with ball control, if you will. As we've combined for 21 turnovers. Make it 22. As Bella Quinn rakes that one away. Here's Steele, gives it off. Wide open, Sanders misses the bunny off the left side, and then a whistle and a jump ball. Alternating arrow faces Russell. Quinn to bring it in. Gets it right back out of the corner. Steals out of the corner. She'll pull the trigger. 3's on the way. Yes! Shaylin Steele's 10th. 14-point lead now, 24-10. Here's Maynard tied up in that corner. Pitched it ahead, Reagan Mackey. Mackey's going to the rack. Had it raked out of her hands. Nice job there by Josie Atkins just to taking it away from her. Still knifes her way through, stops from the elbow, 13-footer front iron short. Atkins tries to save it, gets it back out to Steele. Nice no-look pass underneath to Bella Quinn. And Quinn puts in her 12th of the night. That leads the team and puts it out to a 16-point margin. Here's Mackey. Goes past Steele. And that's a kicked ball on the far sideline. Here comes Fitzpatrick back in as she'll replace Sanders. Peyton Mackey back in for Wellman. Tennyson's going to check back in as well as Brooklyn Campbell will take a seat. 3:57 to play here in the opening half. 16-point lead for the Red Devils. Raceland basketball underneath their own bucket. Mackey tries to come back door and poked out of bounds there by Fitzpatrick. Lewis County and Greenup both settled in here. Watching this one, anxious to get their next game underway. There's a pitch out to Taylor, and it's too high. She can't haul it in. Steele stops from the keyhole. 16-footers off the mark, no good. Mackey had the ball for a moment. It goes right into Taylor McKnight, the Independence photographer for tonight. It'll stay with Russell. Josie Atkins to bring it in. Lobs it inside to Steele. Steele stops and she walked. Wanted to pivot and go to the opposite sideline. 10th turnover of the ball game for the Red Devils. 25 total in this ball game between the two. Maynard trying to get it in, lobs it toward the midcourt stripe. Kennedy Taylor chases it down. Maynard front court. Long three on the way from Maynard, too stiff. Taylor with a rebound and a stick back. Her 4th point of the ball game. Atkins with a 3-ball that goes right in the hands of Taylor. And then a ball's raked out of bounds on the far sideline. Here comes Chastity Thomas back in. Brooklyn Campbell returning. Reagan Mackey comes off and Destiny Tennyson out. 3:20 to go. The clock here is so weird. It keeps running and then it resets. Here's Mackey. Russell stayed in it man-to-man the entire game. Campbell's tied up now. Maynard gets help. Tries to work off a screen and a whistle and a foul. As they'll get that one on Bella Quinn. That's her 2nd. That's the team's 5th. Here comes Sanders back in as Quinn will step down. Darnell returning as well as Atkins will step off. So Quinn leading the way with 12. Has to take a seat. Now Darnell will hound Maynard out near the midcourt stripe. Maynard loses the handle on the pill. Nearly lost it at the midcourt stripe. Gets it back. And another offensive foul. As they'll get that one on Thomas. That was a weak call. She never touched her. Team 6, so the next foul against Raceland will have Russell shooting bonus. She was moving, but she never touched anyone. Here's Darnell between the rings. Fitzpatrick in the paint. Out to Darnell. Pumps, dribbles through, and fouled, and Kennedy Taylor just picked up her 3rd. We'll say it was on the floor before the shot, though. Nope, they're going to get 30. They're going to get Brooklyn Campbell before Taylor got to her. So the team's 7th, so 1 in the bonus. Should put Courtney Fitzpatrick. Nope, they're going to say it was in the hands of Darnell. So Kennedy Darnell, a 54% free throw shooter. Puts a shot up, can't get it to fall. Here's Maynard, backing her way in, brings it off to Peyton Mackey, steps through, has it taken out of her hands. Nice job there by the strip. Shaylin Steele tries to kick it ahead and just throws it out of bounds. He's trying to feed it ahead to Hannah Sanders. And Marty Thomas wants a timeout. Full timeout. We're back in 60 seconds on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
It happens at Morning Point of Russell's Senior Living and Memory Care Campus every day. Personalized care plans, assistance with medication, transportation to appointments, and delicious meals. Morning Point of Russell's Personal Care and the Lanterns Alzheimer's Memory Care Campus helps to oversee the uncertainty of caring for an aging loved one. Come see the difference. Schedule your tour today. Visit morningpoint.com to learn more.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
2:17 to go in the half. 26-12. Raceland basketball into the timeout. Maynard trying to find someone to get it into, does so to Peyton Mackey. Mackey jogs it into the front court. Hannah Sanders right above the volleyball line. Shaylin Steele reaches out and takes it away. Steele out in transition, glides to the basket, lost it on the way up and missed the bunny. Mia Atkins off the window from about 16, puts it in. 28-12 inside of 2 to play here in the half. Maynard walks off the screen, nothing happening there. Feeds it inside to Taylor. Taylor fakes left, comes back right. Shot up no good. Russell tries to feed it ahead and kicks it out of bounds again. Sanders out, Josie Atkins back in. 91 seconds to play in the half. Stay tuned with me at the half. We'll check all the scoring and stats of this one. Preview the matchup coming up. Big one coming up here in game number 2, Lewis and Greenup. They split in the regular season. Here's Taylor, launches a 3 from the wing, left side, no good. Peyton Mackey with a backside rebound, and she's fouled. With the foul on Josie Atkins, her first, team's 6th. So next foul against Russell will have Raceland shooting bonus. 1:11 to go here in the half. Maynard throws a dart into Kennedy Taylor. Taylor spins, faces the basket. Nice strong take there by Taylor for her 6th. Mia Atkins, long triple. Josie Atkins with the rebound. Another look for the Red Devils. Steele off to Darnell. Courtney Fitzpatrick looks at a triple team. Chases the loose ball down, gets it back out top of the key. They'll reset it. Here's Steele on the left side. 30 seconds to go in the half. Steele spins, gives it off to Atkins. Atkins goes to the rack, throws up a shot, no good. Fitzpatrick saves the rebound. Here's Steele, pumps, goes past 2, stops on the baseline, 13-footer, yes. 30-14, 10 seconds to go here in the half. Can the Rams find some points? Here's Mackey. Spins off the right side, no good. Ball kicks out of bounds. 0.2 seconds to go. It'll go back to Russell, and that'll take us to the half as soon as they inbound this basketball. Shaylin Steele will heave it from the half-court mark. It does, it finds its mark, and it's 30-14 at halftime. Halftime show when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success. You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
The locker room up 30-14 on the Raceland Rams. Let's take you back through this one. It was an ugly first half of play. Both teams have kicked it all over the gymnasium. It was 4-4, and then Bella Quinn with a personal 8-0 run pushed Russell out in front 12-4. That forced a timeout by the Raceland Rams, and the Red Devils haven't slowed down since. They led it 18-8 after one. They doubled up Raceland in the second 12-6, and they lead it by 16 in the locker room. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll take a look at our first half statistics and get you ready for the second half of action as we continue our coverage here in the halftime show on the Coolidge Sports Network.
Russell knows we practice our fast and friendly service around the clock.
Raceland knows that First and People's Bank has been safe and secure for over 77 years.
Greenup County knows that First and People's is perfect at serving the families in our community.
We are great at hometown banking.
Yes, Greg, of course we are. We are the home office.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
Halftime here in Vanceburg. Russell leading Raceland 30-14. Let's take a look at our first half statistics. We'll start first with the Raceland Rams. 29.4%. That's 5 of 17. They've missed all 5 of their three-pointers. They're a perfect 4 of 4. Nim Maynard hitting all 4 free throws in the ballgame. 12 rebounds. They've turned it over 18 times. Maynard and Kennedy Taylor leads the way with 6. For Russell, 13 of 30. That's 43.3%. 23.1% from beyond the arc. 3 of 13. 1 of 3 from the charity stripe. 33%. 19 rebounds, 12 turnovers. Shaylin Steele, Bella Quinn each have 12. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll take a look at our matchup coming up later tonight and get you ready for the second half. Russell in the locker room up 16.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Tri-State Ophthalmology and Tri-State Surgery Center say good luck to all teams in the basketball tournament. Doctors John Gross, Carter Gussler, Josh Gross, and Josh Daniel provide surgical and medical management of eye disease, including cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, and diabetes. Dr. Josh Gross is now performing LASIK surgery. Call 606-324-2451 to schedule a free LASIK consultation. Good luck to all the teams in the basketball tournament.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own.
Papa John's in Grayson and Flatwoods.
Stride Prosthetics is your go-to leg maker for your prosthetic limb needs. Stride is a full-service prosthetic company providing home visits to give you that extra help you need. Located in Flatwoods, Kentucky, Stride practitioners are not just licensed but fully certified by the Board of Certification Accreditation. Call 836-LEGS, that's 836-LEGS, to talk to certified practitioner Nick Wheeler about making your prosthetic leg to get you back doing the things you love. Come see me, 905 Belfont Road, Flatwoods, Kentucky, 836-LEGS.
What are the keys to better healthcare? At SOMC, we start by putting it right at your fingertips. Now you can have a virtual visit with your SOMC provider right through your personal online patient portal. And with our convenient app, you can use your tablet or your smartphone to have a virtual visit safely, just about anywhere. Ask your SOMC provider whether a virtual visit is right for you. Southern Ohio Medical Center. Very good things are happening here.
Pittsburgh at the half. Russell leading Raceland 30-14. And, one thing that you talk about that really gets this place electric is when the bands roll in. Russell's band tonight has been rocking it. Raceland's band has been going. They're in a duel right now, by the way. So they've been kind of going back and forth. So Raceland there, you see it on your screen, just finished up on the backside. Russell had gone. Let's see if they're going to jump back up here and get something going. I think they're going to get one more in before we get things back underway. Coming up tonight, after this game at 8:15, it's Lewis County and Greenup in an epic showdown of about 2.5 weeks ago in which Greenup defeated Lewis County here in overtime. 61-57. That was a heck of a basketball game. This one will be the rubber match between the two as Lewis defeated Greenup down at the Greenhouse, and then got the win over the Lions here in a crazy fashion. Greenup was down 3 with the basketball. The ball was nearly raked out of bounds with Rachel Bush. She found Emily Maynard, who turned and heaved about a 25-footer toward the rim, and in the process was fouled. She went to the line, hit all 3 free throws, sent the game into overtime, and then came away with the victory, 61-57. That one's going to be a dandy. Russell will start with its starting 5 on the floor. Let's see what Raceland decides to go with if it comes back out with its starting 5 as well. Stay tuned with us after the ball game. We'll break this one down with all the scoring and stats. We'll try to grab our head coaches and get you ready for game number 2. Game 2 will be over on a separate stream. It's all out there right on YouTube. Very easy to find. Just find the game that you're looking for. Click on it and follow right along with us all the way through here in the tournament. All right, here we go. Second half's underway. Rams will work it from left to right as I view it. Maynard works off a screen, tries to go inside, and it's a kick ball. Shaylin Steele got a boot on it as they try to feed it into Taylor on the post. So Peyton Mackey will bring it in. Thomas comes off to the right side, had it raked out of her hands. Did she lose it or touch it last? They'll say it was touched last by Russell out of bounds. So now Rams basketball on the baseline. Good shot there by our videographer of Austin Ray. Maynard gets a screen there from Thomas. Here's Taylor, takes the entrance pass. Turns around, blocked away, and with the rebound was Hannah Sanders. Here's Steele out of the right corner. Looks at a double team now. She'll just give it up to Quinn in between the rings. Thomas comes out to her now. Here's Darnell, now Quinn. Steele in the keyhole. Fade away off the right side's up, no good. Kennedy Taylor with the rebound. Maynard into front court. Man-to-man pressure by the Red Devils. They've been in that all game long. And then a foul as they'll get a hold on Hannah Sanders. It's her first, team's first. Mackey spins, tied up on the left side. Now Thomas. Maynard has it raked out of her hand. She corrals it back in on the base, on the far sideline, Fights her way into the lane. Shot up, no good. Shaylin Steele fights for the rebound. Steele has numbers. She's got a 5-on-3. She'll attack, kick it out to the corner. Here's Quinn. Spot up threes on the way. In and out, no. Steele follows, and a stick back. 18-point lead now. Russell picks it up in man-to-man, full court. Quinn took it away for a second. Here's Taylor wide open, and she's fouled underneath. As they'll get that one on Josie Atkins. That's her second. Team's second of the half, and Kennedy Taylor will go to the line and shoot 2. Taylor, 45.3% free throw shooter, averaging 8.7 a game, 8 rebounds a game. That one's too stiff. Here comes Brooklyn Campbell back in as Thomas will step out. One more for the junior. That one in and out, no good. Missed them both. Shaylin still takes the rebound, races it into the front court. Nobody closes out on her. An 18-footer's up, no good. Long rebound out to Reagan Mackey, and then a steal in the backcourt, and Josie Atkins puts it up and on the window. Leads 20 now. Campbell from the far side. Mackey comes to the right side, off the window, good. Peyton Mackey's first bucket of the night, 34-16. Sanders off the left side with a touch there from Darnell. Darnell hounding Maynard. She's been on her most of the game. Tries to spin and work left. Gives it off to Mackey. And Taylor can't handle the entrance pass. Here comes Steele ahead to Quinn. Quinn pulls the trigger, three's on the way, no. Josie Atkins with the rebound. Steele wants a three, no. And then a foul underneath as Sanders got the rebound, and then she was pushed from behind. Look at the foul on Kennedy Taylor. That's her third, team's first. So Russell basketball underneath its own bucket. Steele to trigger in. Here's Quinn. Three ball on the way. Yes! A Ram Pharmacy triple. Quinn with 15. Maynard dribbling through three players, tries to get it back door to Taylor. And then a tie up underneath on a jump ball, and the arrow points toward Russell. Quinn will bring it across the midcourt stripe with 4.5 to play here in the third. Lobs it over top of the defensive pressure. Here's Quinn. She'll pull the trigger. Another three. That one's off the mark right side. Long rebound out near midcourt. And who do we get a foul against? Two players pinball off of each other, and they get that one off Josie Atkins. That's her third. Team's third. Gabby Oborn comes in, as does Courtney Fitzpatrick. Here's Maynard. Taylor tying up, gives it off to Maynard. Maynard starts to attack down the center of the lane, floater up, no good. Nobody comes and gets the basketball. There's Shaylin Steele, feeds it out. She's got nobody out in front of her except for Hannah Sanders. And timeout requested by Raceland. Full timeout, back in 60 seconds on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Greenup County Judge Executive Bobby Hall has always been a proud supporter of our youth, from the ag fields and schools to the work world. Good luck in all you do. From Greenup County Judge Executive Bobby Hall.
The Greenup Beacon Media Network, free today and tomorrow, as a service to our readers, viewers, and listeners. Thank you for your support of the Greenup Beacon Print Edition, online news site, Greenup Beacon Radio, and Greenup Beacon online video products.
At Carmen Funeral Home for more than 100 years, the original mission of the firm hasn't changed. They've always intended to provide the best and most professional services, complemented by the finest products. Carmen Funeral Home, people serving people since 1913, from pre-need to final arrangements. Carmen Funeral Home.
Back here in Vanceburg on the Cool Hits Sports Network. James Collier, happy to have you along with us tonight. Our crew, MJ McKay, Austin Ray, and Felicia Collier will be with you throughout the entire week here from Vanceburg over at the middle school gymnasium. That's the big gymnasium. Tomorrow night, as Russell and Raceland will get underway with a boys action. That's at 7 p.m. Then 7 p.m. on Wednesday night with Greenup and Lewis. Back here Thursday night for the championship at 7 for the girls, and then the boys championship back over at the middle school gym on Friday night at 7. All those games right here on Cool TV. Shaylin Steele with a reach-in foul. That's her second, team's fourth. A good one coming up here after this one at 8:15. Greenup and Lewis in the rubber match for the 3 meetings this season. Here's Maynard, goes back door, off the window, yes! Got it to stay home for her 8th of the night. Quinn will take it in the backcourt. Walking across the midcourt stripe here at the Jungle. First time the district tournament has been held in this location since 1984. Talking with Jack Likens this morning, and that was something they were really adamant about, was getting the game here for a district. Here's Oborn with a 3. That one's up, no good. Kennedy Taylor with a rebound. Ball loose. Quinn comes away with it, out to Steele. Steele has it blocked and fouled from behind. We'll get the foul on Nim Maynard. Her second, team's 4th, and Shaylin Steele back to the line for 2. First one's up is good. 81.2% free throw shooter. But the other gym over at the middle school, the big gymnasium, was built in 84-85. That was the first year that they played over there. And they're really excited about getting it here in this place. It's pretty packed right now, and it's, I would say, going to be even more packed in that next game as the second one swirls in and out. 42-18. Inside of 3 to go here in the third. Here's Taylor. Nice curl off the right side, off the window, good. Kennedy Taylor puts in her 8th. In transition, here's Oborn from the wing. A 3 ball's up, no good. Reagan Mackey with the rebound. And then a turnover against Mackey. She steps out on the near sideline. Brenna Wellman coming on for Peyton Mackey. There's Oborn. Fitzpatrick still inside. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third. Still in a triple team. Finds Fitzpatrick. Can't get that one to go home. Gets the rebound and a foul, a hard foul underneath. As that one's on Mackey, her first, team's 3rd. So put Courtney Fitzpatrick to the free throw line for 2, the Johnson Chiropractic free throw line. 68.4% free throw shooter, and that's the first one. Fitzpatrick averaging 2.5 points, nearly 3 rebounds a game. 1 more free throw. Gets them both. Russell try to turn the pressure up in the backcourt, and Nim Maynard takes a hard tumble to the deck here. Help to her feet, and I think she got her hip on her way down. Let's see if we get the foul on. We'll get it on Gabby Oborn. That's her first, team's 5th. Maynard still smiling, though. And Kennedy Taylor, I guess, looks like she has blood on her knee. So she's going to have to check out. Destiny Tennyson into the basketball game. One of the 3 seniors for this team. We're talking about Nim Maynard, a great kid, a freshman. Had a great year last year as an 8th grader. Already scoring her 1,000th point. Got that in the loss to Prestonsburg last Friday. Here's Mackey. Tries to fight to the basket. 7-10 split, and the back pin kicks out for the spare. We're getting on Courtney Fitzpatrick. That's her first, team 6th. And they're going to say it was on the floor. So Raceland basketball with 1:35 to go here in the third. Wellman surveying. Gets it into Maynard, and that's a tie up. And Bella Quinn just picks up her 3rd, team 7th, so we're going to shoot a lot of free throws the rest of the way in this one. And Nim Maynard for one in the bonus. 73.5% free throw shooter. Maynard with 8 tonight. Free throw is up is good. One more for the freshman. Southpaw pushes the second one up and tickles the twine as it flies through. Russell in transition. Quinn wants a three from the corner. In and out, no. Ball tipped around. There's Howard, but she has it taken away. Then Maynard in transition as we approach 1 minute to play in the third. Steps through, loses it on the way up. Rebound out by Gabby Oborn. She'll kick it out to Howard. Spot up three from the corner, no. Quinn tips it back into Howard. And then a turnover in the backcourt. Wellman chases it down in the corner for the Rams. Here's Campbell on the baseline. Fade away from 15, no. Destiny Tennyson puts it back up and in. And then a takeaway on the backside as Campbell steals it away from Howard. Here's Tennyson all alone off the right side. Back-to-back buckets by Destiny Tennyson. Down to 18. Quinn in the front court 20 seconds ago. Russell will try to hold for the final shot here in the third. Quinn with 5. Lines it up, pulls the trigger, three's on the way, in and out, no good. Ball tipped around on the backside, and it goes to the floor, and we've played 3. 44-26 our score. Fourth quarter when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road Greenup has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, featuring top-of-the-line material, guaranteed installation, and absolutely no one can beat JD Flooring's prices. Need to replace your current flooring in one room or the entire house? Call JD Flooring in Greenup at 473-0411 for a free estimate. A call to 473-0411 can get your house ready for any occasion. You'll absolutely love your new flooring from JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road Greenup.
Back here in Vanceburg at the Jungle, 44-26 our score. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Raceland basketball to start the fourth and final stanza. Here's Maynard. Goes off the right side, steps through, off the window. Strong take there by Nim Maynard for her 12th. That's a little 6-0 run by the Rams. They've got it down to 16. Here's Quinn. Raceland staying in at 2-3. Trying to limit the touches in the middle of the paint. Here's Atkins from the high post. Takes it out to Steele. Steele pulls the trigger. Three's on the way. Front iron short. Maynard pitches it out ahead and too far. As Wellman goes into the padding on the far sideline. Here's Gabby Oborn back in for Hannah Sanders. Here's Atkins off the right side and one. Josie Atkins. Her 4th point of the night. Tennyson with the foul, her first team's 4th. And Atkins hits the free throw and makes it 47-28. Maynard, long triple on the way, no. Atkins with a rebound. There's Darnell in transition. Can't get that one to go home. She's fouled on the way up. She'll shoot two. Campbell with a foul, her second, team's fifth. And Kennedy Darnell will shoot a pair. Russell from the line tonight, 5 for 8. First one is up, is good. Here comes Kennedy Taylor back in as Tennyson will step off. Leads back to 20. Second one in and out, no good. Shaylin Steele with a rebound, turn around, shot no. Gets the rebound, works it off to the right side. Pulls the trigger, three, rolls off, no. Campbell steps through off the window, good. And Josie Atkins adds two. Here's Maynard. To the rack and a reach-in foul. She's going to shoot two. Steele picks up her third, team's eighth. And then Maynard back to the line for two. High arcing shot, too stiff. I think we got somebody who lost some gum. I'm not gum or a contact or something, not for sure. Oh, it was gum. Coach Thomas has picked it back like he was going to put it in his mouth. Raceland now 6 of 9 from the charity stripe this evening. One more for Maynard. That one finds its mark, gives her 13 in the ball game. Ball nearly poked away. Quinn out of the corner. Three balls on the way, no. Backside rebound by Oborn, steps up, left it short. Darnell with a rebound, she's fouled, nothing there. And then a tie up underneath. Arrow stays with Russell. Quinn will bring it in. Steele from the baseline. Got the friendly roll. Her 17th. Not many times you see a ball hit that box from that angle and tumble over into the cylinder. Here's Taylor. Maynard in the paint. Mackey from the wing. And then Maynard hammered off the right side as she takes another hard spill to the deck. She's back to the line for two. That's on Atkins. That's her fourth, team's ninth. And then Maynard for two more. Maynard 7 of 8 from the free throw line today. As I say that one, she misses the first. One more. Second one on the way, finds its mark. And Peyton Mackey will return for Campbell. .20 lead for Russell. Here's Quinn. And now Mandy Lane wants a 30-second timeout with 4:59 to play in the ball game. Coming up at 8:15 tonight, it's Greenup County and Lewis. Again, we'll have a new stream for each one of the games throughout. You can go to our YouTube page there. Just search Cool TV, Cool with a K. All of our links, they've got the nice little thumbnails on it. You can see your teams, see the dates and everything on it. The entire week's all planned out. By the way, while you're there, if you're not already a subscriber to our channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and get alerts every time we post new material moving forward. But happy to be here in Vanceburg for the entirety of the event this week. Boys tomorrow night and Wednesday, girls championship Thursday, and then back here Friday night in Vanceburg for the boys championship. All those games right here on Cool TV. Russell basketball under the timeout. Now they match my clock if they had it. It's what I said. Their clock here, sometimes they stop it and they change it back for some reason. I don't know why they do that. Here's Steele out of the corner. Looks it off to the near sideline. That's Oborn. Goes back to Steele. Touchdown to Quinn. Quinn tight ropes underneath. There's Atkins on the baseline left side for her 9th. Maynard works off a screen. That should be a foul against Raceland. So the foul goes on Kennedy Darnell. That's her 2nd, team's 10th. And Peyton Mackey will go to the line and shoot double bonus the rest of the way. This is the first, one more. Second one is up, is good. Here's Steele, stops. Quinn off the right side. Atkins comes to Steele. Steele navigates her way to the rack, stops, kicks it off into the corner, gets it back on the wing now. 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Steele wants a 3, it's on the way, no. Neb Maynard with the rebound. .352 to go. Raceland on the baseline. And 5-second call. 25th turnover by the Rams in this ball game. Here's Quinn. Gets it away. Nearly stolen away. Quinn down the center of the lane. Nice no-look pass off to Josie Atkins, who finishes off the left side for her 11th. With the dime. Mackey forces it up. Won't go home. Taylor puts it back up and in. Her 10th. She's flirting with a double-double. Here's Darnell near side. Darnell wants a 3. That one's too stiff. Rebound Steele. Darnell inside, blocked away. What a big block by Kennedy Taylor. Here's Darnell. Gives it up. 2:30 to go in the ball game. Steele lines up a 3. Yes! 20th point of the night for Shaylin Steele, a Ram Pharmacy triple. 59-35. Russell ready to put its name in Sharpie and be ready to head off to Moorhead next week. There's a lob back door to Taylor. She loses it on the way through. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Russell's going to pick up its 59th consecutive win over district opponents. And timeout with 1:53 to go as we're going to empty some benches, get some new players in. And it's a full timeout. We're going to stay right here. As they're going to try to reset both benches here and get a new collection of players on the floor. So Russell's going to bring in Mia Atkins, Bethany Allen, Reese Cameron, Lexi Baker, and Kaylin Howard. Raceland will stay with Peyton Mackey, Nim Maynard, Brooklyn Campbell. Destiny Tennyson's going to come on. And looks like Chastity Thomas will come in. 3 seniors for this Rams team. Thomas, Tennyson. No, excuse me, only 2 seniors, my mistake. $1:53 to play. So just some formalities to wrap this one up, and Russell will have itself in the district championship game. This will be the 8th consecutive year that Russell has made the regional tournament. 3 region championships, the first back in 2016. That was their first since 1994. Mandy Lane with 8 district titles, 10 region appearances, make that 11. With the minute 53 to go here in this one. Here's Maynard. And a foul on Howard, her first. And then Maynard back to the line for 2 more. So this is going to make 22 consecutive over Raceland. Maynard's first one's in and out. 59 consecutive district wins. Mandy Lane is going to pick up her 282nd win at Russell, but her 304th as a head coach. She spent 3 years at a stint at Fairview before coming to Russell. That was back in the 2009 season when she took over from Ron Reed. And she has certainly left her mark, to say the least, in the record books. Here's Howard. Mia Atkins, now to Cameron in the corner. Her 4th season with a 15-17 record. That was the kind of when everything got moving forward. Went 21-12 the following season, 17-13 the season after. Missed the district tournament championship game both years. 26-9. That took them to a region championship back in 2016, and it's kind of been everything the rest of the way from that as Tennyson and Howard get tangled up in the paint. Jump ball arrow will keep it with Raceland. 27 wins, the most ever under Lane. That was 5 years ago when they went region runner-up. Had back-to-back regions a couple of seasons ago, including the COVID year, in which they were at Rupp Arena in the tunnel and were ready to take the floor not too long from the start of their first-round matchup in the girls' Sweet 16 when everything got shut down. They followed up the following year with another regional championship, went 20-6 that season. And then last year, 26-6, and fell in the region semifinals as Ashland and Boyd County dueled for the championship. And more free throws coming. We'll get this one on Chastity Thomas. Her first team 6th. And Carly Boyd for 2 free throws. First one's up, no good. Stay tuned with me after the game for post-game coverage. Second one goes home. Kennedy Taylor comes on as Chastity Thomas gets her final walk-off. One of those seniors, and that's a tough moment. Knowing that's your final game, Destiny Tennyson will also take the seat on the sideline as consoled by the players on the bench. 19 seconds to go here in this one. Shot up no good. And Russell can dribble this one out and call it a victory. Red Devils make it 59 consecutive in district contests as they gut one out here tonight against Raceland. Final score 60-36. Post-game show when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me know what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, baby, hold my hand. In other words.
Final here tonight in the first game of the girls' 63rd District Tournament. Russell wins this one by a final score of 60-36. Let's take you back through this one. It was tied at 4-4. Bella Quinn pushes out at a personal 8-0 run. Russell pushed it out to an 18-8 lead after one. They doubled up the Rams in the second quarter, 12-6. It was 30-14 at halftime. Raceland kept it close through the third, only giving up 2 points, 14-12. The Russell added 6 more to its advantage. And they win this one 60-36. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll get you statistics. We'll talk with Mandy Lane and get you ready for game number 2 as we continue in the postgame show on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Raceland, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back here in post-game coverage on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Joined now with Russell head coach Mandy Lane. Coach, describe this one in a sentence if you can, especially the first half that you guys played through this one.
You only get one sentence.
One sentence.
I guess thank goodness for our defense. It's all you can say is thank goodness for it. Offensively, I just feel like we were a little sloppy tonight. But first round of district, different type of environment, first time for some of my kids in this environment, and, hopefully we got the jitters out.
4-4 ball game, ugly first quarter there, but Bella Quinn puts an 8-0 run together, pushes it out to 12-4, and you guys kind of found the rhythm after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we knew we were going to kind of play horse a little bit. And, you miss a couple shots. Like I say, you're in an elimination game. You kind of tighten up. I was really happy, though, the fourth quarter about how we started driving gaps and finding people on the block and, getting layups. I thought Joe stepped up big there at the end.
12 turnovers in the first half. You only had 4 in the second half. What was the talk there at halftime to try to clean things up?
It was clean it up. Clean it up. This is just, it's just too sloppy. And, like I say, I mean, it's no excuses by us at all. But, if you beat a team, sometimes, a lot, and then, you play them a third time, as we know. You've seen sometimes not good outcomes. So, I was glad, though, we hung in there. We let our defense do what we needed to do, and we finished out the game, and now we get to go play at Moorhead. I'm excited about that.
Bella gets you started early. That opens up Shay. Shay starts going. Then they collapse on her. That gets Josie open up. And you saw a couple of times there, Bella and Shay drive on the baseline, and Josie's wide open on the backside.
Oh, yeah, and we've been working on it. We've been working on sliding her down, and, I was really proud of Josie, too, because she's exactly where she's supposed to be, and we told her, we said, you got to put it in. You've done it all year. Put the ball in the basket, and, she did exactly what we needed her to do.
59 consecutive now in district matchups for you guys. The 60th, again, will give you another district championship. How big is that?
I mean, it's huge. It's just, once again, it's a contribution to my players, though, and parents and my assistant coaches. We couldn't do it, without them. And, we've also